Right, and one of the big components of this year's draft is what's happening in downtown Detroit around draft day. And today, thanks to Bedrock's Decked Out Detroit, you can find things a little more easily.
Yeah, they also have some really cool things happening themselves because they are known for what they do in the city throughout the year. You know they're going to do something big in Detroit as part of draft weekend.
That's right. Now joining us to share about what's happening is Dustin Stolzman, the Director of Experience with Bedrock. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. It's an exciting day.
It's an exciting time. How do you feel that this is finally happening?
Yeah, I mean, it obviously has been a lot of weeks and months of preparation for this day, and so I think we're just really excited for everybody to see what the city has to offer.
Yeah, well, first, there's a ton of things happening over the next 3 days, and it's hard to know where to go, right? But Decked Out Detroit has an interactive guide online to help everyone out. Tell us about that.
We do. So Decked Out Detroit is the one-stop shop for all things that are happening downtown. So deckedoutdetroit.com is where you need to go to find out where to shop, where to eat, where there's different events going on, where to park, which we know is going to be something to think about too. So it's your guide for all things downtown Detroit this weekend.
Okay.
I love that, a one-stop shop. Absolutely. Let's talk about some of the things Bedrock is doing downtown this weekend, starting with Remix Detroit. What's that all about?
Yeah, so it's our latest activation, just opened up last week. A great place for people to check out while they are downtown. It's on Woodward, and so it's a music lab. It's interactive, and people can actually create their own beats there. And this month, we're actually featuring the sounds of Motown. So really cool for people to kind of get that iconic Detroit music experience at Remix Detroit.
I mean, there has to be a music component to anything that we do, don't you think?
Yes.
So what about the Next Level by Rollercade?
Yeah, so that's another activation that just opened up last week on Woodward. And so first level is a game space. So different types of arcade games. There's concessions as well. And then on the second story, we actually have roller skating. So people can actually roller skate. You can either rent your skates there, bring your skates, but a really cool roller experience for people.
That is really cool. So I drove by it last night, right before they shut down even more parts of the streets. And it looks really exciting in there, like video games galore. What you guys see it looks really cool even from the outside. Yeah,
I mean, the lights and the sounds, disco balls, of course, but yeah, they did an amazing job with the space. Looks great.
So how long will these attractions be open?
Yeah, so they'll be open actually through summer at least, possibly longer.
And what about the shopping?
Yes.
That's what I'm excited about, because Detroiters love their local stuff, and people visiting, of course, will want to shop for souvenirs and everything.
Yes. So again, Decked Out Detroit is going to be a great resource because so many of our retail tenants have different promotions going on, different deals, specials, exclusive merch, those types of things. We also have a few pop-up shops. Born in Detroit is popped up on Woodward, so they're going to be with us through the end of the month. And then the NFL shop is also in 1001 Woodward. So a couple of places to check out, especially for some of that exclusive merch.
Yeah, you want something from this experience to just have at home, right?
Sure,
and
for
just be able to keep. But there's something else that people could get free thanks to Bedrock and Design Core. Tell us about these footballs.
Yeah, so we worked with Shinola for these limited edition footballs that have been painted by 5 different local Detroit artists. And so they are one-of-a-kind exclusives. We actually have them in 20 of our different retail stores. And people just have to actually go in, scan the QR code, and they're able to be entered to win. No purchase necessary, and then we'll be actually doing the drawing for those at the end of the month for these free giveaways.
These are really cool.
Yeah, I like these.
Aren't they?
Yeah, they turned out amazing.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if they were for sale.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe slide over your credit card.
Exactly. And speaking of art, you want to highlight Linda Spindler. What did she do for the draft?
Yeah, so we actually, Lisa Spindler is an artist. Yeah, she's a Detroit photographer that we worked with. She did an exclusive portrait series with the Detroit Lions players. And so throughout the city, in our buildings, we have these different portraits of different NFL players, and they turned out amazing. So they are these larger-than-life portraits, and I think that people are really going to be amazed when they see them in person. They turned out really fantastic.
Again, driving around the city, they are all over the place. They're on the sides of buildings, and they are larger than life. They're gigantic. what, 10 feet?
At least, yeah. Some of them I think are even more than that. But yeah, you can't go far without seeing Jared Goff's face.
Yeah,
today.
right.
Wouldn't that be so cool to see if you're Jared Goff? You're like, oh my gosh,
back at yourself.
And they're beautiful. They're beautiful, like portrait photos.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They look very artistic. So I did notice that.
Yeah, they're
You're answering so many questions for me today.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah,
right?
we
so
need it.
You know we are all about the food here in Detroit. So we want to touch on Recess, which is a cool food hall pop-up situation happening. Tell us about that.
Sure. So on West Fort Street, we have a pop-up food hall. And so there's 4 different restaurants that are popped up there throughout the weekend. We also have a 40-foot bar in there. So a great place for people to stop by. There's going to be so many people obviously trying to get food and drink throughout the city, and so many amazing restaurants and bars for people to go to, but just another option for people to check out.
Absolutely. And what do you think this all means for the city of Detroit? You're clearly excited about everything. You've been working so hard.
Yeah, I think it's a really exciting moment, right? I think we have a chance to really show the world and people who haven't been to Detroit, people who haven't been back to Detroit in a long time, just how stunning our city is, and just how much there is to offer. So I think people will walk away having had an amazing experience here at Draft. We're really excited.
Yeah, and this is putting I keep saying this, the national and the international spotlight on our city. So this is an opportunity that I think we're really rising to the occasion.
We're meeting the moment.
We are.
Absolutely.
It's so cool.
Well, Dustin, thank you so much for coming in and sharing all that you guys are doing. And one more time, remind everyone where to get that guide.
Yes, Decked Out Detroit. These are actual physical guides too that we do have all over the city, so you can find them in our buildings, our retail stores, Chase, OCM, our parking structures. There is an actual map in here which will help guide people. So pick one of these up too while you're walking downtown.
Just in case you don't have reception, you got something physical that you can look at. That's awesome. Thank you again.
Yes, thank you so much.